Hi, welcome to the first video where I'm going to look at what is structured content and look at some examples. I'm going to follow on from the image on the post about the team page on a website because everyone has seen that. And then in later videos, I'm going to expand into looking at real examples of structured content on some of our customers' sites and picking out some structured content on common association and fundraising charity sites. So what I've got here are two browsers up, both looking at team pages. I've chosen an example of where structured content is in use, which is on our site, the 3 Degrees North website, and there are some not so pleasant pictures of Jay and I, and this is our team page, Jay, Stuart, Sean, myself, and it's got a consistent look. An image, title, person's name, some links to their social things, a bio, and then a link out to their blog posts. This is then the same content page that's in use in the iMIS Rise 20.1 member site. Kind of looks the same. I share this page. There's maybe not the same detail of content, but it's certainly got the person's name, their role, and then their bio. And you can see it's a consistent piece of content. I'm going to focus on Peter Backman because I want to look at some other content about Peter Backman on the site as well. But essentially you can see there's a very common theme, and you'll know that it's pretty much a common theme across all websites, this team page. So now I'm then going to look at how that content is created. And I'm going to start by looking at the iMIS Rise version of that content. And that is here. So I've navigated to find this just so that you understand how I had to go through finding this content. So I went to Manage Sitemaps, and then I went to the member site out of this list, and then I went and found the page for the navigation item, here, which is leadership. And then that told me what the page was, which was under at iSamples member leadership. So now I know to go over to Page Builder, manage content, and then go to the sample sites and go to the member site in the sample sites and find the leadership bit of content. I'm then going to open that and have a look, and there's an iPart, or whatever they're called now, dynamic content item, and that dynamic content item has the content in it, and then to be able to change it, I go and configure it. And you can see that what this is a series of just inline content that has been added inside a WYSIWYG editor. So there's Carly, there's the image, even though it's not rendering in this mode, there's the bio, and then there's the next person, and then there's Peter. So it's essentially a big piece of inline content that someone has sat down and said, I'm going to drop in that information about Carly. I'm then going to add the image here. I'm then going to add the text here. I'm then going to add the next person's name and role, their bio, and then image on the right, and so on. Essentially using a WYSIWYG editor. I'm now going to go and have a look at our Kentico site. So now just over to that. So here's our website, and it's done in Kentico. So I'm going to go and find that piece of content. So it was under About Us and Team. And there's the content page that you saw. It's got our bios and the title of the page and so on. But the way the content is entered here is completely different. There is no inline entry. What I instead do is I go and add team member documents. And let's just have a look at Jay's document. So if I go and have a look at Jay and then go into form view, you'll see that instead of entering inline content just into a WYSIWYG editor, it's actually got like a bunch of fields. So, you know, what the first name is, what the last name is, what that person's title is. Here's Jay's image. Then Jay's email, Skype address, Twitter address, Google Plus address, his bio, a link to his blog. But basically, that is structured. So essentially, each element of content has been broken out and turned into a field. And that's the essential number one difference between structured content and unstructured content. This is one of the things that you can do in Kentico, but not in iMIS.